Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This video we're heading to South America, and thank you first and foremost to the guys at GOGM. Full details in the description for sending some Chinese replica shirts just for us to have a look at some of these designs. Now, I've never been one to pay much attention to South America. In my personal collection, I haven't got a huge amount of South American shirts, but it's always really good to have a look at those, and I'm trying to think where to start. Let's start maybe with Corinthians. Now these are Brazilian shirts, and of course with some of the South American shirts sometimes there's a lot going on, but not on this one. This is quite an understated shirt which I quite like. Corinthians. Now this is the home shirt here. Now, cards on the table, I'm not a fan of this sponsor. This would be a fantastic shirt if it didn't have that horrible big betting sponsor on the front. It would have just had that beautiful Corinthians Paulista logo there and the Nike badge, and then you've got your very simple yet effective black and white design with a little bit of an injection of a pattern there on the collar. Not a huge amount going on the back there, just ready for the name sets. Bit of Portuguese, I think that'll be on there. So I don't do Portuguese, I do Spanish, but I'm not even going to try and guess. So quite a simple affair. It's quite a lightweight shirt actually. I really like this. As I say, if you want to get your hands on these shirts and you know you want to get them cheaply, have a look here. Here's the website. Go check them out. But as I say, these are here to look at some of the designs, and yeah, I really like this shirt other than the sponsor. It's one of those shirts without sponsor I'd stick on with a pair of jeans quite happily. So there's Corinthians. Next we've got Sao Paulo, and all these shirts actually are quite white, aren't they? Now Sao Paulo, again very traditional colours here. New Balance manufacture the authentic kits there, and here we go, quite nice. Again, we've gone centralised badge on this one. There's a bit of a theme here in terms of that red and black from the badge coming through, both in the horizontal, but in terms of the treatment on the sleeves and on the neckline, and actually it does carry through. So it'd be interesting to see how that name set looks on there. Not a fan of like the V-neck collar there. Again, I haven't done any research. 2603 on there. I don't know, I'm assuming that might reference a time because it's got a colon there. I don't know if that's a nod to something in particular that's happened or whether it's in memory of something. There's a little bit of gold coming through on the trim there, which is carried across in that New Balance logo, and a couple of the stars there. And then little flecks of the black and red down there, and slight difference in material on the side paneling perhaps, actually, although that goes all the way round. Again, quite a simple shirt. I like it. I don't know, maybe I'm not loving those thick red and black lines, but let me know what you think there. So that's Sao Paulo. And the last shirt, I hope you're ready for this, because God, talk about getting sponsors in. And I get it for small local clubs who need the money, but surely Santos don't need the money. So where do we start? Look at this. Woo! Okay, Santos home shirt. Bit of an attack on the senses, this one, I'm not going to lie. So you've got Gicaldo sponsors on the sleeves, and how many we got here? We've got Cansao up here and up here. Why you need it twice, I don't know. You got a sponsor here, you got a horrendous sponsor there, you got another sponsor down here. Oh, and we'll turn it over, we've got another horrendous sponsor here, and a sponsor, I mean, Umbro on the back there. You got lots going on the collar, you got black and white checks reminiscent of a Grand Prix checkered flag. You've got the FC there of FC Santos. I don't know. You've got, do you know what? I'm not sure I really want to say much more. This would be a nice shirt if they moderated the sponsors, I'm sure. I love the badge. I love the fact you got the crown here. I love the stars. I want to be drawn to that. I don't mind a manufacturer logo, but these, and I mean the application of these isn't fantastic. As I say, this is just a reproduction shirt, but this would be a very good shirt, and I could forgive some of these elements, but to slap red logos on, yellow, blue. Just someone hasn't thought that through. So I'm not going to give this any more attention because I'll let you draw your own conclusions to that. But compared to some of the FC Santos shirts I've seen of old, admittedly, they always have lots of logos on. That to me is an absolute epic failure. Again, just my thoughts. Let us know. You could be a Santos fan and completely disagree with me, and that's okay. That's why we look at these designs, because they're all subjective. It's all about personal taste. So there you go, guys. South America, attack on the senses. We're going to come back to Europe for the next video. We've got some English shirts. We've got one of the newly released shirts from this season, plus we're going to be comparing it to some of the retro shirts, and it is a real classic team that has classic kits throughout the year. So do stay tuned. But as always, guys, we really appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, do hit the thumbs up button, do subscribe, and we'll be back again with a video really soon. Cheers, guys.